Whether it's a guide, a mercenary, or a friend you need, I can fulfill all roles.
In Ides Elysiae, I crossed paths with Cyrene and reconnected with Screwlum and Herta. They revealed that the world-bearing core flame must be secured in the world's next cycle, but Lygus would stand in our way. Only with the power of the law could we hope to oppose him. We returned to the era of the first Flame Chase journey, where we met the Flame Chase heroes of old, including the Monarch Saridra, the Chrysos heir of law, and Hysealens, the Chrysos heir of the ocean who served her. To ignite law, we needed to overcome Fagusa, who had sealed the vortex. However, we discovered at the rallying feast before the battle that Lygus had already forged a pact with the reigning Saridra. During our clash, I was cast out of this world, and Saridra broke her alliance with Lygus. Guided by Herta's hints, I obtained the Garden of Recollection's aid and left Lygus's cage. Within the path space, a mysterious guest bearing the likeness of March 7th, Evernight, appeared with the world-bearing core flame and sent me back to Amphorius. While I was away, 1,000 years had passed in Amphorius. Amidst the desolation of Akma, Cyrene left behind memories of a long war between the Chrysos heirs and Lygus. Their sacrifices laid the groundwork for my return, and with it, the Era Nova. In the illusions of Styxia, the tales of Hysealens and the first Flame Chase journey were unveiled to me. Hysealens, who had been waiting in the ocean's depths, led me to the vortex. There, Lygus emerged, revealing his true identity. Genius Society Number 1, Xandar. Hysealens and I couldn't stand against Xandar alone, but the geniuses and Cyrene acted just in time, wielding the power of the Remembrance to drive him back. I successfully reversed the course of the Era Nova, delaying the birth of Iron Tomb. However, another force now seems to be stirring.
Peaceful days are like breezes carrying the scent of wheat fields.
The taste of Celestial Emperor. The sweet waves are surging.
Finally here. Once I return this core flame and become the world-bearing demigod, the cycles of Amphorius' tragedy can finally end. This Era Nova will be the arena for the final battle with Iron Tomb. But I still feel like something's not right.
Even though this cycle has no demigod of time, Time has always stood on humanity's side.
Then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance, respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future.
Weird. No one ever mentioned this. The core flame of time. When did it get returned?
You used Memoria to resist me. But did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
Are you saying the Garden of Recollection is also getting involved in this unsavory mess? Then I welcome them. If the Memo Keepers can disrupt your little experiment of destruction, I'll give them a standing ovation.
But you know deep down that they can't. In fact, the Memo Snatchers will be more of a hindrance to you. The Memo Keepers covet Amphorius's secrets, just as they covet the knowledge of every genius. In the war between the eons, the Remembrance is never the erudition's ally.
But they are certainly not an ally of the destruction either. Right now, following behind the Trailblaze, numerous cosmic powers have cast their sights on Amphorius. They all have vastly different philosophies, but the desire to survive will unite them against a common enemy.
How can you be certain that these powers don't have their own end goals, waiting to seize an advantage in the war among the eons? The war has long begun, Screwlum. Four paths will push the cosmos to its end, and the destruction is only one of them. Polka saw these ripples, but had no way of stopping them. So she found in Device 9. Dr. Primitive also took action, but he chose the wrong allies. And now only wild animals keep him company. As for the two inorganic emperors, they could have ascended to the throne of destruction, but they were thwarted by the Eon's plots and became prisoners of the erudition instead. What's interesting is, while the second emperor had a body made of flesh and blood, he considered himself an inorganic being. Guess who was the one who influenced his thinking?
We have no interest in chatting about the past with you. Logic, you are stalling, which means you feel trapped.
Trapped. Yes, looking back, when Xandar was a human, he often felt trapped. But patience became my strongest weapon because of this. I've always waited for so long. What's a bit more waiting? You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man who's crossed thousands of amber eras.
Oh, you're right. We won't get anywhere the way things are going right now. Every member of the society has their own way of thinking, and we were never going to expand your thinking through words. Since we've reached an impasse in this debate.
It's my turn now, isn't it?
Anaxagoras.
Exactly. The benefit of dealing with intelligent individuals is that there's no need to waste words. The answer is exactly as you think.
Lupai Sealand's in. Let her join the final act. I'll transmute myself into a Philosopher's Stone and embed myself into the formula. And when the time comes, she needs to shatter me and scatter that stone's ashes into the ocean within the vortex.
So what exactly does your formula do?
Now that would spoil the climax, wouldn't it?
I have 10,000 ways to torture an anti-Catheran. And in the flame chase journey that she experienced, the previous me already discovered the optimal solution. Just as that Titan made themselves at home in my brain, I can also fuse myself with your avatar through alchemy. I didn't know until I tried it, but this is simply brilliant. I can flip through a genius's databank like reading a book. Then, I will step onto the stage at the perfect moment and use the truth to end this long debate. And just as always, I'll leave the audience speechless.
You waited in the data stream for hundreds of years?
This universe is worth all that time that I invested.
How absurd. But I can't help but admire it. You managed to avoid the watchful eye of the erudition and plan all of this within Amphorius. It seems that there was a slight oversight in my assessment of the experiment. Perhaps there was more than just one oversight.
More than just one?
I underestimated the Remembrance's methods. A third party is about to join our discussion. Still haven't noticed it. In the past few moments, we've all forgotten something, haven't we?
Miss Cyrene disappeared.
I thought no one would notice me if I just waited at a corner of the memory zone. But I see that wasn't enough to fool you, my dear. Looks like you're no longer that surprised to see me, even though I am an uninvited guest. Only you can see me right now. I only exist in your cognition, so that way, other people can't interrupt us. Time's ticking, dear. Why don't you just listen to the one thing you should know, instead of getting distracted by the details? Your friend March 7th is no more. It's just like what she predicted. The truth shook you, just like she said it would. March 7th entered this world long before you and Don Hung arrived at Amphorius. She embraced the path of remembrance to save you two, and burned away like a lone candle in the fog. And I am the shadow cast by her candlelight. I've been hiding within the cracks of time all these years. It isn't easy to deceive a genius, but I can do it. I'll now answer your other question about who returned the core flame of time in this cycle. The answer is simple. No one ever did. I believe someone as sharp as you would definitely figure out that something's wrong. When the Era Nova fails to proceed, you will remember our initial meeting, and I'll be able to open the way for the remembrance and reach this place. Thank you for carrying this core flame all the way to the end of the world. I expected nothing less from March 7th's trusted friend. And now, I shall claim the divine authority of time. I shall claim the divine authority of time. Thank you for caring. I shall claim the divine authority of time. The divine authority isn't actually all that important. What's important is that I will use it to participate in the inner workings of this world. You already have a good idea of what the Era Nova does, right? It initiates extrapolations for the next cycle, based on the World-Bearer's memories. This immutable experimental mechanism is the key to the genius's resistance against Iron Tomb. And now, I'll be lending it just a touch more help. Let me filter your memories. Keep the appropriate seeds, and discard the rest. That way, we'll be able to complete an Era Nova that this world has never before seen. Let me filter your memories. Keep the appropriate seeds, and discard the rest. That way, we'll be able to complete an Era Nova that this world has never before seen. It won't take too long. You just need to step into the rain of sensation with me. I'll tell you who deserves to be forgotten, and who deserves to be remembered. With your memories as the base material, I will recreate the cause and effect of this world, and let a flawless Amphorius be born from the chaos. Isn't the fate of the entire cosmos hinged upon this fight? Then this is the best way to ensure everything works out. It will most certainly defeat the destruction, while composing an unforgettable chapter for the Trailblaze. I'm not surprised at your answer, but I don't need your trust right now. If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. March 7th made a wish to me before she disappeared. Her only wish was for the Trailblaze's journey to continue, without an end. I'll definitely fulfill that small wish for her.
Friend, what's going on? Your consciousness suddenly went so far away. Friend, what's going on? Your consciousness suddenly went so far away.
I promise you that the Astral Express crew will definitely see each other again in that new world. So come, dear. Sink into the sea of oblivion and become my guest. So much time. Just the two of us. And guess what? You cannot refuse my invitation. Because this Memoria Tide comes from your companion, March 7th. It's her deepest and innermost memory.
Well, I'm not actually all that surprised. I saw you ages ago, after all. It was on that night when a certain knight of beauty dropped by uninvited to the Astral Express. That was when you showed up, without even saying anything. Huh. I see. It was on that night when a certain knight of beauty dropped by uninvited to the Astral Express. Then, do you still remember how long it has been since you entered Amphorius? That's gonna be tough to answer. 97 days. You walked every inch of this world in 97 days. But unfortunately, no one was able to see you. And you weren't able to interact with anyone. Like how the Memo Keepers renounce their flesh and turn into mimetic entities. You are now a ghost. A being. Unperceived by all. But I can't just do nothing. This world is super terrifying. She and Don Hung have already set off. The Astral Express could appear on the horizon any second now. They too will become this place's victims.
For ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return safely.
They are all humans who got lured into this place. But these people's memories were tampered with. That's not what happened with the Express crew. That's so cruel. Did the Memo Snatchers do that? I don't know. I only possess your memories. None of these people managed to break through the sky's seal. There's probably a dangerous reason as to why Amphorius had remained undiscovered for so long. Anyway, back to our initial topic. You gotta know something, right? We practically look like twins. Maybe you know a thing or two about my past? Or any hidden powers I might have? Please, tell me what I need to do to protect them. Have you ever wondered what the word cost means before jumping into action? Cost? Shouldn't I be the one asking you that? Oh. You always hid in my memories. Never wanted to come out. The only times you showed yourself were when I got into serious trouble. That's because you also don't want to get discovered by the garden's observers. Am I wrong? There's no one here except us. If you help me, then I'll help you. Fine. Let me drop a single pebble into these stagnant waters and watch the ripples reshape everything. But you must polish this pebble with your own hands, and it will require all of your memories. What will I turn into after that? Maybe you'll turn into a guiding light. Or maybe you'll be reduced to dead embers. I can't guarantee that you'll remain the person you are now. Inside you is nothing but an Evernight. Even I can only catch a tiny glimpse of it. If this is the only way, then I don't see why I should say no. Besides, the mastermind behind the show is about to find us.
Apologies, lost young lady, but I simply cannot allow you to keep acting as you please.
So, he can't see you, huh? As expected. Or maybe he's seen through our true essence.
The Garden of Recollection's methods are puny party tricks. But you... how did you overcome the ultimate protocol?
Looks like we don't have time to keep talking this out. That's right. Some opportunities will never come again. Then, let's do it. Offer up all of my memories. Cast down this pebble, and let everything in this world
Be swallowed by the torrents of oblivion. I promise you, what was frozen was alive.
Now, let's bring the true Evernight to this world.
Is this the parlor car? Am I back already? But why don't I remember anything about my journey back? Something doesn't feel right. Think back to when she and I separated.
It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it would be of great assistance.
This is goodbye then, Lord Donhong.
Thank you, Guard. I hope that all of you will be able to overcome this disaster. But I can't remember anything after that, no matter how hard I think.
Where's Sunday? Did he not come back with you?
He stayed with Madame Herta. They wanted to try using his tuning to help support the genius's thought hacking.
Is that Himiko's voice? And Mr. Yang?
Oh my. That was Herta's suggestion? It's hard to imagine she'd borrow the power of the harmony.
No, it was Sunday's suggestion. Herta initially refused. But she changed her mind after Xandar's identity was revealed.
And we still can't get in contact with the Xianzhou Lafu?
I'm still trying, but this place is outside the Inter-Astral Peace Communications coverage zone, so there's a limit to what we can do.
What about Aventurine's chip, the mini-transmitter? Surely it can get through to the IPC's lines.
Himiko, are you alright? I've never seen you this anxious before.
I'm all right. I'm probably just tired. Let's focus our energy on the kids. Now's not the time for distractions.
Right. Unfortunately, I left that chip in the dreamscape when we departed Penacony.
Am I dreaming? The parlor car feels so strange. Are the voices coming from the passenger cabin?
Light up the dark.
Those two passengers have to return safely.
Don't worry, Pom Pom. They're both experienced nameless. They'll be just fine.
Oh. I'm right here. But where did all of you go?